So the other day I was asked about the GOOGAN SQUAD on YouTube. If you're not familiar with the GOOGAN SQUAD, it's Alex Perrick, John B, Lunkers TV, and Andrew Flair. They all kind of made their own thing out of YouTube. Whenever YouTube started, with the whole fishing game at least, there wasn't much for it, okay? And they kind of took something that didn't exist and they made their own thing out of it, which is pretty cool to me. But they've also got a lot of hate for it, a lot of hate for it. So I figured today we would talk about it for just a minute and my thoughts on them, because I think it's pretty cool myself.
Now, whenever I think about fishing on YouTube, those are the first people that come to my mind. You first started out with, Fishing in the Midwest, John B. He kind of created the whole scene in my mind, followed by Flair and Perrick. Lunkers TV is growing very steadily. His channel's like right behind John B's right now, so that's pretty amazing. He's only been on YouTube for about 1.5 years or so, I believe, so that just boggles my mind that in that time he's created a following for himself and kind of his own brand. I think that's what sets these guys apart. Whenever they first started out making these videos, they weren't for money. They didn't want the money out of it. They were just making content. Since then, that has turned into a job for them. That's how they make their money now. And I think going together as one big group was a very, very brilliant idea. They went and turned nothing into something. They made their own brand out of it. And in turn, they've sort of made, at least as far as we can see, a career out of it. Now, YouTube might not stay around forever. I don't see it staying around forever, but there's always going to be a video platform which they can jump on over to and have their following follow them there. So what they're doing isn't exactly, a bad idea. I think that it's an amazing idea. Like, I never would have thought about doing that. I wanted to make videos about the same time they started making videos, and they got the head start, which doesn't bother me a bit because they know what they're doing, and they've kind of transformed YouTube from an entertainment, gaming entertainment, a form of entertainment. Okay, you used to watch, stuff about like Kim Kardashian and whatever on there, or whatever news, whatever stupid stuff like that. Now you can go watch high quality fishing videos from these guys because, they're really good at what they do. Their edits are awesome, and especially John's. He inspires me in some of my videos, but they all make good content, which is awesome. Two of the things I've been thinking about is, are they sellouts and are they helping, grow the industry? The question was brought to me a few weeks ago, like, are these guys actually helping? Like, are they really doing anything for fishing? And I saw it in a video guy talk about it, and then I thought about it myself. And the fact is, I think that they are helping grow the industry. However, in most of their videos, it's kind of, they're just goofing off. That's why they're called the GOOGAN SQUAD, I guess. It's not a completely serious video. They're not just going out and fishing tournaments or whatever. They're going out and having fun with their friends, which is what it's pretty much all about. So making these videos, I think, actually does help grow the industry. Whenever you think about it, they have videos that are over 1 million views. I don't know exactly how many people fish. I know that it's got to be quite a bit, but most of these views are from kids, younger people, and to see other people out having fun on the water, catching fish and stuff like that, yeah, it's going to grow the industry. It's going to help a lot. And that's what this sport needs right now, especially right now, because kids are sitting at home watching TV, playing games, all that stuff that kids do nowadays. Whenever they could be out here in places like this having a ton of fun, they don't even have to be videoing and stuff like these guys do. They can just be out here having fun. What they do on YouTube shows these kids what they could be doing, okay? And whenever I see videos like that, I don't understand how some young adult or a kid can sit down and stare at a TV for hours at a time and just play a game, play something that isn't even real. This is real. Where I'm standing, this is real, and you can have a lot of fun out here with this. It's in your face. It's not on the TV. This is in front of me. I'm sitting here looking at this. So how somebody could just sit and play a game, I don't know, but I do know that the more views that these guys get from young adults and young kids, it's going to grow the sport, which is really what it needs. That's what needs to happen right now. The next question that has been rolling through my mind is, are these guys sellouts? Are they selling out? And in a way, yes, but in my opinion, no. Here's what I mean. So this is their job now. This is what they do full time. They have their own brands on the side, their own clothing brands, and they've even, teamed up with Favorite Fishing and designed their own rods. In my mind, there's nothing that's considers you a sellout whenever you're designing your own equipment and selling it. It's business. There are so many clothing companies in this world, and if it's a good one, it's a good one. John's brand Rigged is pretty awesome, and I know Lunkers is working on something, and even like people not in the Googan Squad, like Lake Fork guy, he had his little thing with his tumor, the Make Every Cast Count. That wasn't his brand, but it did really good, and it helped serve a purpose. He needed to pay bills and stuff for his surgery, and that's what happened with it, which is awesome. These guys have taken literally nothing and turned it into something. Now they're also getting paid from other companies that aren't in the fishing industry, and they might not be in the fishing industry, and to some people that might be selling out. Like you're using your time, your promotional skills to sell somebody else's product that has nothing to do with what you do. But the reality is these guys are making money off of that, and a lot of that money is going towards bettering their equipment, making better content, stuff like that. And not only that, but that's also how they make their money. Like, look at Lunkers, for example. He has a child, he has a wife and a kid, and that's not cheap. And so any help that he can get from outside companies, not even in fishing, it's a good idea. Like, there's no reason to call him a sellout over that. He's not selling out. He's a businessman. He's doing what needs to be done. So I give him major props for that. I mean, to juggle stuff like that, juggle 2 YouTube channels, well, one, they have help with the second one, to sell product for somebody else on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, that kind of stuff, to promote stuff like that, then to watch kids and to watch some of the people in the Googan Squad, because let's be honest here, Perrick's a borderline child, but it amazes me. So these guys are doing big things. I don't think that they're selling out at all. I think that they're doing a good job with what they do, and that's all you can really ask for with something like that. So no, personally, I don't think they're selling out. I think that they're doing a good job in the industry. Like, they've really helped out a lot, in my opinion. I've learned stuff from watching these guys. They might not be, exactly teachers. I know Perrick wanted to do a whole lot of stuff with teaching, and that's awesome. Like, he's taught me a lot. They all have. Lunkers has taught me a lot. He's given me ideas to throw things I wouldn't usually throw in a normal situation. Same thing with Flair. All the challenges and stuff he's done that have gone really well, and he's caught big fish off of it, and it's all been just off the wall stuff. That's awesome. I mean, they all have their place. They're all a little bit different, and the Googan Squad coming together to make all these entertaining videos, not so much teaching videos. That's awesome, because in my mind the Googan Squad is like a behind the scenes sort of, in a way, because they go on these trips and they do these challenges and stuff, and it's just entertainment. It's a lot different from their normal fishing adventures. It's not really like, look at John and everybody. It's not the behind the scenes like them trying to catch fish. It's just material. It's not raw. It's just normal material of them fishing, catching fish. It's entertainment, and that's awesome. It's really awesome. Like, this should have been thought of before. I know we've had it on a TV format and stuff, but we haven't had this kind of technology or these kinds of ideas from past generation that made all these TV shows and such. So it's epic. I mean, why anybody could hate the Googan Squad, I don't understand. They might see them as a sellout and such, but in reality they're doing what needs to be done, and they're doing it really well. Anyway, that's my thoughts. I don't think there's anything wrong with them. I think they're a bunch of cool guys. They're doing an awesome job at what they do, and I can't wait to see what happens in the next few months, days, years, whatever happens. It's pretty cool. Anyway, well, thank you guys for watching this episode of Ken Arnold Fishing. I'll see you right here next time.